Waking Up Singapore.
Gotta get up.
The Big Show on Kiss 92.
Gotta get up.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning on location is award-winning psychologist from the therapy room, Dr. Geraldine Tan. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, and I am live from Cambridge Secondary School. Oh, it's also nice.
It does sound nice,
right? Yeah, and they are having their career day today, and they have a few professionals coming down, including those from the urban farm and the security. So I thought that was very interesting. So thank you, Cambridge, for having us also.
Wonderful.
Nice.
I think we do need more farmers and security guards as well.
Urban farmers.
They're still farmers?
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah. Anyway, today we're talking about bullying and cyberbullying.
We are. And it is a special request from a young teen who is feeling much, much better. And she said, Auntie Jerry, can you talk about cyberbullying? Because she was a victim of cyberbullying. So I said, okay, I will. And she would always listen to Therapy Tuesday, when she comes back from school after, on Facebook or on YouTube. One of
Oh,
those.
nice.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
morning, then.
Yeah.
Hope you had a good day at school when she watches this later.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're going to start with bullying because it has a lot of overlap. Although there are six different types of bullying, it's not as clear. So the very first one that we know is physical bullying. So physical bullying, we have them hitting you, kicking you, tripping you, especially if you're in school, It can also be, and this is something very important for the students to note, hand gestures. So if you put up a middle finger at someone, or if you do, I can't even repeat it, you put a circle, then you put a finger through it, that, yes, it has been circulating, and it has been, I'm horrified. It has been circulating in the primary schools.
Oh, no.
So I want to highlight that so that if somebody does it to you, you can call it out.
I'm surprised those
Because
hand signals
that
still
is-
exist.
Wait,
you
but
know?
Jerry, do
Yeah.
these primary school
Yes.
kids actually know what that means, or are they just following what bigger kids are doing?
No, so I don't know where they are, seeing it, finding out, or whether it is a TikTok thing. But I thought it was a very local thing. But they are still doing it. And I was mortified when a young girl, 9 years old, said CB, and the full one, and she said it so naturally. I said, do you even know what it means? She said, it's white chicken, isn't it? I was like, no, sweetheart. So I had to proceed to explain to her what it is.
Did you say white
White
chicken?
chicken? Oh.
Yeah,
White chicken,
Bitey,
Oh,
Bitey. So she
wow.
translated it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she could be faking me, or I don't know. But sometimes they say it and they have a little bit of knowledge, but they don't know the full extent of what they are saying.
I'm not surprised because they get a lot of their information online. There are so many forums, there's so many platforms where they can read and see these sort of actions and words, and they don't know what it means,
Yeah.
but they know it's trending, so they're just going to use it.
Yeah. So we already went into the verbal part, but one more thing that I would like to remind the young ones and all of us. So it's not just hand gestures. If you steal or if you break somebody else's item, it's also considered physical bullying.
Okay. All right, let's continue to talk to Jerry on The Big Show TV. Up next, Crash Adams. This is 8 Days on Kiss 92.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like,
So we have-
you're talking about bad language and all that just now, right? I mean,
Yes.
over the years, it's happened as
Yeah.
well.
I mean,
Yeah, I
we
mean-
used to get
You
it.
seem very like shocked by it. Is it really that
But primary
shocking?
schools, though, I mean, I don't
I was
know.
shocked that my
Yeah, I
primary
don't think I
No,
had.
we would usually hear it from someone. As a kid, I
course.
used like the F word.
Yeah.
I think when I was in primary school or whatever, of course, got a slap from my mom straight away. Pop! I'm like, what happened? What happened there?
Because you
So,
didn't
that's a
know.
very bad word. And after that, okay, I
Yes.
didn't use it anymore
Yeah.
until I turned, 21.
But you, yeah, right. But you would have heard it from an older child, most likely.
Perhaps,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's not. I mean, to me, it's no surprise because as a kid, right, you pick up these things.
Yeah.
It's a matter of, whether you understand it, whether your parent or a relative explains it to you that, look, it's not a good word to use, so don't use that word. It's a bad word.
Yeah.
They all say it's a bad word.
I think once a child is explained what it actually means,
Yeah.
they'll know when it can be used, because sometimes, I mean, it calls for something vulgar, something happens to you, not as a child, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or why it shouldn't be used.
But it always puzzles me how come we need to use such language. It's that we don't have enough vocabulary to express our anger, our frustration, our disappointment, our sadness, our embarrassment, our guilt. Because if you see and how the British or my UK clients explain it to me is that they use it for every sort of expression and emotion.
You talking about
And
the kids
it
or
is-
what?
The kids, yeah.
No,
Oh, the
so
adults.
the
Adults.
clients from UK.
Oh,
The clients from UK. So
Okay.
they use the F word very
For everything.
liberally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so how they explain it to me is that it is for every emotion and
Yeah.
every expression, and they will just pepper it. So that's their culture. But when we are talking about Asian culture, we're talking about Singapore, and these children use it deliberately onto another person, and not the way the British use it
Yeah.
in any sort of context. It's like our la and our ma, and they just pepper their sentences, right? But our children use it onto another person. Does it mean that they do not have the vocabulary and we need to teach them the correct vocabulary? That's my thought.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. It could possibly be, but it's also, I feel like it's such a vulgar word in our society that they're using it with such hatred.
yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like when I lose my cool, right? Michelle will turn to me and go, "Can't you speak English? Is that all you know?"
But you say as adults we can do anything
Yes,
we want to
yeah.
see. That's the thing. I'm talking about kids here.
We know.
When we were kids, there were many things we couldn't say or
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
And that's the life of a
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
I mean, I use the F word quite a bit, in my adulthood, right? It's like for certain things.
Yeah.
I'm not justifying it, but look, I'm an adult. I can say whatever I want. As
Yeah.
long as I'm not using it all the time. If it comes out once in a while, or I'm using it on someone else.
As long as you're not using
Yeah.
it on someone else. Yeah.
It's just an expression because I'm frustrated with something or whatever.
It's the
Yeah.
It's okay.
expression.
But kids should be taught that no, it
Yeah.
is wrong. You're not even allowed to use it.
At
But
any
mommy,
point.
daddy, you guys
use
use it
Yeah.
at home all the time. Yeah, that's because we're adults. You
Yeah.
cannot, But these days, parents don't talk to their kids like that. When we were kids, we knew our place.
Yeah.
Right? I'm a kid, and here are the adults. The adults can do whatever they want.
There was a hierarchy.
Yeah,
one day when you're an adult, you can do whatever you want as well.
But now
it would
it's
be
so
justified like
different.
that.
Now it's so different. You have conversations with your kid, and everything's kind of equal, right? Do you see that, Dr. Jerry? I mean, I'm all for hierarchy.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that these days it's very much like you are my friend and we are equal and let's have a conversation.
Okay.
And what I do, you do.
So how I
hold
would
on,
frame
hold-
it is
Okay, hold
Hold-
on,
hold
Jerry.
your
We're
thought,
going
hold
back
your
on.
thought.
You can
Hold
ask her that question.
Like you're not really happy, but you don't wanna die. Like a numb little bug that's gotta survive. That's gotta survive.
Kiss Kiss 92 traffic.
On the KJE towards the PIE after the Woodlands Road exit, a vehicle's having trouble there. And on the TPE towards the PIE at the Loyang Avenue exit, look out for an accident wherever you are this Tuesday. Stay safe.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is Dr. Geraldine Tan from the Therapy Room.
Good morning, Dr. Jerry. And today we're talking about bullying and vulgarities. Which I would say it is a form of bullying when you use it on someone else, right? So earlier on the Big Show TV, we were talking about how liberally children these days are using vulgarities. Some may know the meanings behind them, some may not. But we were also comparing it to when we were growing up, how kids would know their place and know when they had to speak or could speak, but these days parents have a more equal relationship with their children in terms of an open communication and we are friends and what I do you can do as well. So what's your take on that?
So I would say, and I would frame it in the way that whether you're an adult or a child, to know when to use it. So we agree we don't use it on another person, but when do you use it? So whether, and I'm very appreciative, whether it is the adult client or a student that comes into my space and they say, can I swear? And it's very interesting because the student would say, sorry, Auntie Jerry, it just came out, and they apologize for it. But it is an expression of frustration, of anger, and perhaps they needed to get that out. And it sounded, and they needed to use a word. And they ask for permission. So when they ask for permission is granted, they go ahead and say it. But it's not on me. And I understand that.
Right. But that's so funny asking for permission to use a
I
swear
like
word.
it
Because
though.
they're in an environment where they need to ask for permission. I think they feel that.
But do you think that these same kids would ask for permission outside of your space and say, to their friends or anything? Is that how they were brought up?
The very fact that they can ask in my presence, they know how to restrain themselves in the school environment, in the work environment, in certain environments that they need to behave themselves or carry themselves a little bit more professionally, perhaps. But with their friends, you know what, they can go all out. That's in their own private space, they can go all out. We're not going to restrict them.
Do the adult clients ask permission before they swear? Or do they
Yes,
apologize
they
for
do.
it? They do as well. Okay.
Well, that's quite something.
So I'm really privileged in that way. But verbal bullying doesn't just mean, saying the swear words. It includes name calling. It includes threats, even teasing that you would not stop. That means there's a lot of repetition and the other person says, stop it, and you would not stop. Now that is bullying also.
Yeah,
I hate it when people tease, I just think it's just so unnecessary.
I went through a lot of that when I was in primary
absolutely
school.
detest
Okay,
it.
let's continue to talk to Jerry on The Big Show TV. It's 8:18.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you by Putian.
So there are 3 more. So there's sexual. So sexual bullying is sexual comments, and sexual jokes, name calling, crude gestures, spreading sexual rumors. I think if we remember, so some of these bullying can cross over to one another. So if you're looking at deep fakes and you put somebody's face onto a nude body, that is all bullying. So it is both sexual as well as cyberbullying. Sexual can also include touching somebody without their permission, just grabbing someone. So we talk about like molesting. We talk about inappropriate sort of touching. Prejudicial would be bullying based on the victim's race, ethnicity, religion, or sexual orientation. So that's being prejudiced.
Oh, there's that bell
Where's
again.
that bell?
Hear the bell. So we are in school. It goes off every 20 minutes for students and parents that know about the Pomodoro method of studying. You study 20 minutes, you rest 5 minutes. You study 20 minutes, you rest 5 minutes.
I want to
So
work
that's
20 minutes and rest 5 minutes. How
I
about
wish
that?
we had that when I was in school. There was no 20-minute, 5-minute.
What?
20 minutes,
Really?
5 minutes. Yeah, I feel like you can
I
barely
had
get
it.
things
You had
started.
it?
Not
Yeah.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. That's how I program my mind. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh, you
I would
would
focus,
switch
concentrate
off
for
after
20 minutes and then switch off.
He was sleeping
Yeah.
for 5 minutes out of
Yeah,
every
yeah,
20.
yeah.
Dr. Jerry, you mentioned there were 6 forms of bullying. So I got physical, verbal, sexual, prejudicial. I think I missed
Yes.
one.
Okay, I think I missed one. There's relational. So
Oh, relational.
embarrassing the victim in public, spreading rumors, ostracizing them, purposefully not including them in social situations. So
Oh.
you're talking about a relationship.
Yeah, it sounds so
there's
painful.
some- But that's when the popular group kind of ostracize someone, right? And say, oh, you cannot eat with us anymore. And there are students that come in and say, my friend group just ousted me and I'm alone during recess.
Mean Girls.
Exactly that. That's the first thing that came to mind. Mean Girls.
Yeah, so that's the relational bullying, which occurs a lot in school also. And people don't realize that that is bullying. They think it is just part of growing up. But when it hurts and it causes a lot of pain, when you need to be in the environment for like 8 hours a day, you're there for such long hours and you feel so much angst. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a pleasant space to be.
You can't sit with the cool
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, but why do you want to sit with the cool kids anyway?
Yeah, but I mean that's always how it
It's-
is, right?
you
the
wanna be
popular
accepted.
kids, yeah,
Is
you
this
want to
a
be accepted.
is this a female thing? Because I
No.
don't think
no,
it's
boys
a guy
do it as
thing.
well. Yeah,
Nowadays,
boys do it as well.
nowadays you get it with boys as well.
No, even back then, you always have that cool gang
Nah,
that
I
hung
never.
out and
I
all
was
that.
I was never part of that.
Of course,
No,
you
I-
were not
I-
the cool kid. That's why.
No, exactly, and I didn't
Yeah.
want to be a cool kid.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
some
which
I
people
had
do
I had a
wanna
couple
be.
like really good friends.
And they carried you through school.
Yeah, but some people feel it because they're completely ostracized even from a cool group like yours.
Right.
Yours may not be the cool group, but you had your
You had a
support
group.
you know?
Yeah.
And there might be somebody that wanted to be a part of it, but you may not have known.
The cool kids were always a little bit over the top,
Yeah, of
anyway,
course.
So
No, but it's not about the cool kids, it's about cliquey. About groups that just stick together,
okay.
that leave others out. Maybe unknowingly as well. What if it's done
Yeah.
unknowingly
Well-
though, Dr. Jerry? It can't be considered bullying, right?
No, so if it's unknowing, I think where people feel the most pain is when it's done viciously. So it really stings.
You
If
deliberately
it's
make the person
unknown-
feel like they are being left out.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
Yes.
you're not good enough to sit
Yes.
near us, that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
and,
is
and
horrible.
usually you have people rallying the other person. Hey, don't talk to so and so, and we just hang out together. Yeah, and when news gets to the victim's ears, it gets very, very painful.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that was like, as we mentioned, mean girls, like in school. Can you imagine adults doing that as well? And there are.
Oh,
There are. Of
absolutely.
course there are.
Even in the workplace,
Yeah.
Yeah.
among
Yeah.
social circles, there are.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. So with all the bullying, there's also the cyberbullying, which is on the rise. So all the different types of bullying has kind of stabilized over the years, but cyberbullying has also increased quite a bit. So that's why the schools are also putting a lot of emphasis on cyberbullying, because our devices are so accessible. So we have our phones with us. Phones, there are a million apps that you can actually bully someone, through text, through images, through videos, through posts. So, all the different apps that are available, sometimes they are just targeting it. So what is really popular in the secondary schools are having spam accounts. So they have spam
Yes.
community accounts, and they add everybody in the cohort or in the school, and they can start posting things about a specific person
Anonymously.
or teacher. So, yeah, teachers can be also the target of this bullying, so they are not exempted, or even vice principals and principals or anyone in the school. Yeah, and you just need that one person to start it. And because they why do people do it, right? Because there's that you're anonymous, that's one. You garner a lot of likes for it. So if you are trying to hunt and sniff out likes, and you put up a very jarring post that excites the people, it doesn't have to be true, and everybody starts liking it, and you are fueled by that confidence that everybody is behind you, you would do it again.
Okay. Going back on air. Stand by.
Kiss 92 traffic.
Okay, on the PIE towards the airport after Jalan Eunos, look out for a broken down vehicle. Also on the TPE towards the SLE, a vehicle's broken down after the Tampines Avenue 7 exit. Also on the TPE, but this time towards the PIE, an accident has been spotted at the Loyang Avenue exit, causing congestion to the Pasir Ris Drive 8 exit. So if you can avoid that stretch, do so. And wherever you are, stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is award-winning psychologist from the therapy room, Dr. Geraldine Tan. And can I say that having green tea in the morning is the most horrible thing ever?
Oh no, is it really?
I'm just trying to be a bit healthier this morning.
Yeah.
Usually I have like two cups of coffee during the show.
Yeah.
Today I said no.
Yeah.
I'm going to have one cup of green tea. Oh my God.
You
It's-
regret it. Oh my goodness. I am not a fan of green tea.
I love
my God.
green tea.
No, a
Absolutely
Japanese
love
restaurant is fine, but
Yeah,
in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard.
So, Dr. Jerry, we're talking about
Yes.
bullying today, and we've already covered quite a bit, but we are now on the sixth type of bullying, which is cyberbullying.
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 And you know, Jerry, we're talking about the victims, the people being bullied. Moll
Yes.
has come onto our Facebook page and she's taken it to the other side. The
Yes.
person doing the bullying. She says, I
Yes.
feel oftentimes bullying is deep rooted and not one sided, as the bullies themselves aren't in a good environment and may be bullied by someone else in their own life. But it's difficult to keep
Agree.
an open mind and see this.
It's like what they say, right?
Agree.
Hurt people hurt.
Yes.
And bullies
Yes.
bully, right?
Is this true?
Yes. Absolutely. So when I was doing this topic, I did tell the young one, because she will listen to it, and I say Auntie Jerry will also look at the bully side. So why people bullies? One of the reasons that Mo has given is that they may have been bullied themselves, and they don't know what to do with that emotion. They don't know what to do with that helplessness. So they then take to bullying to figure out what to do, or perhaps they have moved into like mental health issues, because bullying can cause trauma. Bullying can cause depression, anxiety. There's a lot of fear. Am I going to switch on my phone and there's a million sort of posts on me? So there's a lot of anxiety also. So mental health issue is another reason why people then express it, and they assume that it is expressing on their own social media, but it hurts someone else and is traumatic for someone else. So then it becomes bullying. It could be that they are taking revenge using this method. So it could be like, since people did it to me, it validates that I can do it to someone else. Or I'm taking revenge because you stole my boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm going to let the whole world know. I'm going to wave it in public to shame you, to let people know what you have done.
Oh dear.
So it is not very different. So the line is very, very thin, right? If we think about what I've just said, sometimes when we have bad service or when we have something happens in a public area or a service person, you hear some people say, I'm going to write on your Google review so that everybody can see it.
Yeah.
So my question for us all today is, where's that line between bullying and expressing your opinion?
Yeah.
Because sometimes unwittingly we become bullies also. Sorry,
Without
FD.
knowing it. Yeah.
No, go ahead. We'll
true.
when we come back, I've got a question for you.
I just want to say, like, whenever I feel down or I feel like bullied or whatever, I watch The Godfather.
Oh, great one.
It's my favorite movie of all
It
time.
is. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. Kind of lifts you up, and
Yeah.
it's like, I want to be the Godfather.
Corleone.
Yeah.
Anyway, up next, this is Jenny from Blackpink with Mantra on Kiss 92.
So, Jerry, my question for you is, with physical bullying, it's a little different because you can see the signs sometimes.
Yes.
With
Yes.
cyberbullying, the signs aren't always seen.
No.
And correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of kids suffer in silence for a long time.
Yeah.
Why don't they open up?
So if I can just give some numbers before you get into that, Dr. Jerry, there was in a Straits Times article in July that said the number has risen to about 74% of people who use the internet have been cyberbullied.
That's ridiculous.
In Singapore. This is Singapore. And only about a quarter of them reported. This is according to the Ministry of Digital Development and Information. And the platforms that they found, Instagram, TikTok, X, YouTube, Facebook, and Hardware Zone. Because Hardware Zone also has a forum.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
even find it on places
Yeah.
like Reddit and Hardware Zone and other forums.
So going back to the question,
there-
Jerry, why do these kids stay quiet?
Quiet.
Why don't they open up the minute it starts?
Sometimes they feel like they can manage it. If I ignore it, it would go away. And that, and that's something we have shared with them, right? Like, don't engage or disengage. If you don't fan the fire,
Yeah.
it die down. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, on the in the internet world, it doesn't work like that. If you're talking about physical bullying, okay, in your face, in person, if you don't give the person an audience, the person is talking to the wall.
Yeah.
But when you're on the internet, the person cannot see who the victim is. There's no feedback at all. Instead, the feedback comes from the people that gives their opinion, that replies them, that gives them the likes. So whether someone tells them online, hey, stop it, and they text in the comments, or they are told, online, oh yeah, well done, oh, I didn't think of it this way. They feel very empowered and very emboldened because they are still having the feedback. No one is disengaging with them. The victim don't need to engage in this instance, but everybody else engages. Sorry, yes, Angel.
No, it's okay. I'm just letting you carry on, and then whenever you stop, then I come in. But I was just wondering, is this somewhat a pursuit of power for the bully as well? Because they want to be empowered by this fuel that, they're fanning the flames from the comments
Yes.
that are given, right?
So some of them want to feel that I can dominate the world. Well, the world is in my hands, sort of feeling, and this provides the platform too. And they do feel that power because I can rally so many people. It can go viral, so they want it to go viral. Sometimes it is them feeling that they are small and they are nothing. And with putting up a post and garnering so much, they feel like they are an influencer. You know, this influencer wave that is going through everyone. They feel like, okay, I'm starting to be that influencer that I want to be. And the physical bullying is very shocking. So we talk about physical bullying, but there are some people that video the physical bullying and post it online. So it's now no longer become just physical bullying. It is cyberbullying. So interesting because you have the victim being bullied twice over, which is very, very distressing for the bullied, the victim.
Yeah. Jerry, the other thing is, and I'm sure this is happening right now, we have parents listening to us. They have that silent child. They are worried that there is a bullying instance. How do parents start that conversation?
Okay. So this was something I chatted with a young one and say, what can help you? And she says, I just want my parents to say, I love you. And I was like, oh, wow. She says it's so powerful because when you feel helpless, you don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You don't know where is it that is safe. And for parents to just say that I embrace you, the words I love you, just helps to relieve some of the intense emotion. Wow. She says, listen to me. So listen to the whole issue because parents tend to interject very often before listening to the entire situation. And the last thing she says, please don't give us solution. Please don't think that we've not tried everything before we come to you. We tried everything in our power already. So I love you, listen, and don't give solution. So
this is from one girl.
Wow.
This is just from one girl. Wow.
Yes, so she has had therapy for some time, and the last time she came, so last week she came, she was in a really good space, very upbeat, and that's why, we were talking about it and say, okay, can you talk about this, issue?
Am I allowed to ask that whether she came to you because she had bullying issues?
No, cannot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See, that's why I said, am I allowed, Glenn? That's for her to answer.
Yes, I've got permission from both mummy and daughter.
Okay.
That I can share it online. I hope they're both listening.
Amazing.
Yes. So she came because she was bullied.
Okay, hold on. Going back on air.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the PIE towards the airport, right before Ingneo Avenue, look out for an accident. Also on the TPE towards the PIE at the Loyang Avenue exit, there is that accident that's still taking up some space. And on the TPE towards the SLE, a vehicle's broken down after the Tampines Avenue 7 exit. Wherever you are, stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for today is Dr. Geraldine Tan from the Therapy Room, and we're talking about, at first I thought it was a pretty straightforward topic, bullying, cyberbullying, and all that, but no, it's not. It's very complex. I obviously have my views on it, but I just feel like I should not air my views.
But
Should
why?
No, you can air your views.
No, because
there is no should. You can if you want.
No, it's fine. What were you guys talking about just now?
We
While I
were
was
talking
sipping on my green
about
tea.
how Dr. Jerry has a client that actually allowed her to share her story about her bullying and where she is now, which is a much better place because of your help, obviously, and talking about it.
Yeah. Everybody rallying together, talking about it, really helped this young lady. I think when she came, it was, she was feeling very horrible about the entire situation. It was not that, bullying had stopped, but the repercussions of it, the lingering effects of it.
This
Like
was
PTSD.
this was cyberbullying,
Yeah.
or was this physical bullying?
Cyberbullying.
Cyber, okay.
And
Cyberbullying.
how old was
Yeah.
she? Do you mind me asking when she started getting bullied?
She's a teenager.
She's a teenager.
So I was
okay.
teen, yeah. So in secondary school, she said, so this brave young girl said that I can share, the her name and everything, but I decided against it because I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
No need. Yeah.
No, I agree.
But thank you for offering.
Jerry Psych Boy has come onto our Facebook page, and he echoes what Dr. Jerry said. And I think he put this up there for the people who comment on cyberbullying. He said perhaps the biggest bullies are the bystanders, because you give the bully an audience, you are empowering the bully. The bystander may be the bigger bully.
Not sure about bigger, but definitely a contributor to the
Well,
whole
I
See,
can,
what I don't
I can
understand
understand
is-
where Jerry's coming from.
When you get cyberbullied, right? Okay, so you get people commenting and all that. So if someone says something negative to you, you just block that person.
Yes, you can, but it doesn't go away because there are a lot of, like Dr. Jerry said, they create a lot of these profiles, which allows them to be
Correct.
anonymous, and then they can follow you whenever they want to.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously something wrong. Something wrong with the person who wants to keep on bullying you.
Yeah,
But
but-
at the end of the day, if you keep on just blocking them out, they'll get tired and go away. Or if they don't, then make a police report. Or
Dr.
something.
Jerry, am I right to say that sometimes the bullied feel like they deserve it? Or it's okay for it to happen
Wow.
to them?
Wow.
Very, very important point there. And that is going back to FD's question, because sometimes these victims have very, very low self-esteem already. And they are very vulnerable. So they feel small, and they feel, can we use the words, they feel like they deserve it, but certainly they feel that they don't have as much confidence as the bully,
To fight it, yeah.
and therefore they feel smaller than the bully. So they feel like perhaps in that situation they are deserving because they're not as good as another person.
Yeah.
I think, Jerry, next time if you need some help, you ask me to come down to your office, okay? I will talk to these people who are being cyberbullied. I have been so-called or people have been trying to cyberbully me for years, right? I mean, now I'm the nicest guy. Now I'm the most loved DJ. Once upon a time, I was the most hated DJ. And let me just tell you, okay? It's like online. People were right into the radio station. Nobody has gotten more hate than me. But the funny thing is, I used to thrive on it.
You thrive on it. Yes.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm saying for someone who is not a public figure, you might get cyberbullied and all that, but it's just a handful of people. Perhaps it's easier to handle. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, if you need any help, maybe I can go down and kind of like encourage
Do a
them,
talk.
and make them feel better about themselves.
This is our last bit. Yeah, okay.
Topic. Yeah, another topic for the team to go down to the different schools, actually.
Physical bullying also you can call me. I will also talk to them.
Muay
As well.
Thai.
He'll show them how to fight back.
No, not necessarily fight back. Only fight back when it's necessary. But no, nothing about fighting, but just how to not completely break down.
Yeah.
To continue to be confident and push
and
on.
strong, yeah. Dr. Jerry, you usually end with a quote, but before you end with your quote, I have a quote that I saw on Instagram, which I thought would
Sure.
be quite good for today. It says, this is by
Yes.
Jimi Hendrix, and it says, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace.
I think that's a Huey Lewis song, I think.
No,
No, it's
It's
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi
quote,
Hendrix, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we will go with your quote. That is
Oh.
lovely.
No, you
Yeah.
need your quote as well, please.
I want Jerry's quote.
Yeah.
I want Jerry's quote. I want Jerry's
Oh my
quote.
God, what are you guys,
I want-
3? Stop.
Quote, not quote, Because if you want Jerry's quote, she'll have to take out a quote now. Okay,
I'm
anyway.
very no cope. But just for very side boy, the bystanders, cyberbully bystanders. If you're doxing a person, if you're reposting a negative comment, you're already participating in the bullying. So
Yep.
don't even do that. So just a really gentle, no, not gentle, a big reminder out there for everyone that don't repost bad comments or videos. Just delete it from your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
So quote, Polo Coho says, walk away from people who put you down. Walk away from fights that will never be resolved. Walk away from trying to please people who will never see your worth. The more you walk away from things that poison your soul, the healthier you will be.
One of my favorite authors. Nice.
Very nice. Very nice one, Jerry.
I've got a few things to say about
No,
that.
that's okay. No.
Okay, anyway,
Leave it for next-
we've run out of time.
No more time. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
Thank you for having me, and I'm going for the career day now.
Yay!
Hey!
Have fun.
Say hi to all of them for us.
Yeah, I will. Bye-bye.
Bye, Jerry.
Bye-bye. All right, up next, Marshmallow featuring the Jonas Brothers, Leave Before You Love Me on Kiss 92.